Good evening, everyone, and welcome to day number 301. We're completely live tonight, 9:01 Eastern Standard Time. A little change up on the intro there to celebrate a really good day for Ukraine. And I'm going to say this right here, where this is not an American politics show. If I was doing that, this would be completely different. This is about support of Ukraine. And today I have to say I'm proud of my country. No, I do not stand for what my country does right now in many things, but I'm still an American, and I'm proud of how my country welcomed President Zelensky, rolled out the red carpet for him and his team. Everything was on schedule, and we're going to discuss it all. Not only that, as you can tell, I've been pulling stuff in right to the 9 o'clock hour. Today is a day that will live in infamy because today the world changed. The war changed today, and I am going to show you why. Not only because of Zelensky's visit to Ukraine, or Zelensky's visit to the United States. That is just a part of it. But equally important, there were visits in China. There were words out of Hungary. There was actions in Moscow. There were words out of Kyiv. A lot happened today. And tonight, over the next 30, 40 minutes, you're going to be completely updated on it. You're going to see videos. You're going to see translation. You're going to get commentary, everything on what happened. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Let's have a good update tonight. And special thank you to the mods. Zhenya did arrive in Amsterdam safely just an hour ago. And I think he may have passed out from exhaustion. He may pop in here. He may not. This was his route, in case you guys are wondering. From Khmelnytsky, Ukraine, to Amsterdam, driving by himself with a broken foot, broken ankle. Yeah, foot up on the dashboard. So that's 1,800 kilometers. That is a long, long way. But he is there safely with his family, and he wanted me to tell everyone everything is good, and a big thank you for all that you do. So let's get back and get started. Today was a game changer. We're going to start right here. Of course, we all know about it. Many of you probably watched it, and that is President Zelensky speaking before Congress. It just finished a few minutes ago. Additionally, he met with President Biden. Not just him, but his team was here. Yermak and Kaleba, among others. Really good meetings, and going to share with you everything that happened in those meetings today. Game changer. But we're going to come back to that. Because we're going to go tonight chronologically. You see, much happened while Zelensky was in preparation for what would unfold today. Now, before we do that, I love this picture right here. First of all, they're sitting there in their meeting. And once again, you know, I am a conservative. I look for truth. I'm a Ronald Reaganite. I got a special gift in here. There we go. That's my man right there. So if you want to know where I stand politically, Ronnie Reagan. But with that said, once again, and I don't want any spears thrown because I know many people, as myself included, don't like a lot of things that are happening right now, but I have to tell you, proud of my country for the last 6-8 hours, to be quite honest. Here, I love this picture. You've got Biden, Blinken, another gentleman, I don't know who he is, on the blue carpet there. But what I love is they're all in their suits, and that's cool. Jose Abel Zumaran, maybe Zumaran. I'm also proud of USA people. Thank you, Jose. Much appreciated. But folks, you've just got Roosevelt Eisenhower. You just got to love Zelensky there in his daily attire, his green or brown or black, And to his left, Yermak in his green. And look at Kuleba. That is Dmitry Kuleba there in the foreground left, who is the foreign minister. How about a pair of black Dockers, a gray sweater, and some New Balance tennis shoes on? Don't you just love the Ukrainians? So had to share that picture with you. That was fantastic. Now, let's start our day early. The day started with three simultaneous things happening. Number one, you may or may not know this, but today, Dmitry Medvedev, basically number two in Russia, was in China meeting with Xi Jinping. He was meeting with the supreme leader of China at the same day, on the same day, just a few hours before Zelensky would meet with Putin. Think about it for a moment, and I'm going to give you a video on that in just a moment. Secondly, they were meeting in Moscow, a defense meeting. Got video. Thirdly, Danilov was speaking about the next 3 months in the war. He said the next 1 to 3 months may be the decisive stage of this war. Danilov. The Russians will continue to come at us because they put everything on the line, said Alexei Danilov. He is the Secretary of the Defense Forces there in Ukraine. He said, we understand that today the capabilities of the Russian Federation to defeat us in an open battle do not exist. They are now driven to a dead end. And then his quote was, and a rat that is driven to a dead end is the most dangerous. Here's a little bit of Danilov from this morning.
Розуміємо, що на сьогоднішній день спроможності у Російської Федерації перемогти нас в відкритому бою не існує. Вони зараз загнаті в глухий кут, і щур, який загнатий в глухий кут, він саме небезпечний. І ми готуємося дуже активно до найближчих місяць, 2-3, які можуть бути вирішальними в цьому моменті. Чому? Тому що зараз Російська Федерація з урахуванням того, що не хоче сприймати позицію всієї світової спільноти і розуміти, що є треба вже зараз відійти для того, щоб якоменше було нанесено безпосередньо для своїх країн наслідків, вони будуть продовжувати все це йти, тому що вони поставили все на кон. От. І сьогодні ми, розуміючи ці виклики, максимально готуємося, але розуміємо також, що нам потрібна конче необхідна допомога наших партнерів. І я хочу сказати, та допомога, яка була в березні, в квітні, в травні місяці, це зовсім інша допомога, чим ми на сьогоднішній день отримаємо. Я дякую всім нашим партнерам за цю допомогу.
So, let's start there. You have Danilov speaking about the situation. The next 3 months going to be the telltale for the war, how it's going to go. At the same time, let me go here. You have Dmitry Medvedev in China. Now, here's something that you need to pay attention to. Medvedev met with Xi. He did not meet with a underling. He did not meet with a lieutenant. He met with the president, the top dog. Secondly, I want you to notice, it was Medvedev who was sent to China, not Putin. This is very important. Russia sent a representative, yes, a powerful representative and a former president, but not the president. And the president of the CCP, the supreme leader there, Xi, met with Medvedev discussing policy. Statement and a little video. We discuss cooperation between the two ruling parties of China and Russia. Bilateral cooperation within our strategic partnership, including on the economy and industrial production. We also discussed international issues, including, of course, the conflict in Ukraine, Medvedev said. At present, the relationship between China and Russia is entering a third decade, said the Chinese government. This was from Xi. The sides also discussed the situation in former Soviet countries, including the Ukrainian crisis, notice crisis, as well as a number of significant issues of international agenda. That was the official statement from Xi. Now, here we have Xi and Medvedev today. They're going to do their little dance. Now, while you're looking at this video, Make no mistake about it. Russia knew that Zelensky would be in Washington. Russia knew. So they have to put out something. Medvedev goes to see Xi. You have your meeting here. In a moment, Medvedev will speak about it.
Уважаемый господин председатель, хочу сердечно вас поблагодарить за эту встречу и еще раз поздравить вас.
Give you a little insight into these meetings, and I have the translated part coming.
Сегодня состоялись переговоры с генеральным секретарем ЦК Компартии Китая, председателем Китайской Народной Республики Си Цзиньпином. Мы обсудили вопросы взаимодействия между двумя правящими партиями, между Компартией Китая и Единой Россией. Обсудили вопросы двустороннего взаимодействия, нашего стратегического партнерства с Китаем во всех сферах, включая, конечно, экономику, промышленную кооперацию и многое другое. Обсудили международные вопросы, включая, безусловно, конфликт на Украине. Эти переговоры были весьма полезными.
So, number 2, Danilov first, now Medvedev and Xi. Number 2. Number 3, today, all of this today, Hungary wanted a piece of this. Orban, of course, he came out and made a statement today that Hungary and Russia would remain friends in 2023. And yes, Hungary's in NATO. They will remain friends in 2023, and they will look for ways to work together even stronger. I don't get that one. Well, I do. But now you have Hungary, as we already know. They're pure. They need to go away and join Russia officially. Now, jump on top of that. Belarus. If you look there in the green highlighted zone, look at Kyiv. Take your eyes and go straight north. You have the blue line, which is the border. And I have a shaded region of Gomel with the number 3. That's 3 regions there that are now officially closed. Military is in control of those 3 zones. When did that happen? Today. Now, take it a step further. What happens next? Do we need any other words? So just think about this. And I'm going to play a couple videos for you. But think about this. You saw Danilov. The rat's in the corner. They're not going to give up. The next 1 to 3 months are going to be brutal. And I want you to remember that time period, 1 to 3 months. It's very important. Not only because it's winter, but there is a reason. Second, you've got Orban. You've got Medvedev in China. Now the defense ministry is meeting officially in the Kremlin. And we get a couple of statements from Putin. And I've got so many videos here in numbers. I have to keep myself on task here. So here, Putin speaking today. Listen to this tone.
Будем продолжать поддерживать боеготовность и совершенствовать боеготовность ядерной триады. Это главная гарантия сохранения нашего суверенитета и территориальной целостности, стратегического паритета, в целом баланса сил в мире. В этом году уровень современных образцов вооружения в стратегической ядерных силах уже превысил 91%. Продолжается перевооружение полков РВСН на современный ракетный комплекс с гиперзвуковой боевой частью «Авангард». В ближайшее время на боевое дежурство будут впервые поставлены межконтинентальные баллистические ракеты «Сармат». Мы знаем, там есть движение некоторое вправо. Это не меняет наших планов, все будет реализовано. В войска продолжают поступать ракетные комплексы «Ярс». Продолжим развитие уникальных по своим характеристикам, не имеющих никаких аналогов в мире, гиперзвуковых комплексов, ракетных комплексов. В начале января следующего года на боевую службу выйдет фрегат-адмирал флота Советского Союза «Горшков» с новейшими, еще раз повторю, не имеющими никаких аналогов в мире гиперзвуковыми ракетными системами морского базирования «Циркон». Будем и дальше оснащать наши стратегические силы новейшими видами оружия.
Can you see the tone? You hear the tone? And I have 45 minutes of him talking today, and it's all the same theme. Nuclear, powerful. We're going to push more Sarmats. We're going to push more Yars. We're going to create more hypersonic. Everything, because we're going to protect the territorial integrity of Russia. We are closer today to a world war than at any point so far in the 301 days of this war. It's unbelievable what happened. Now, Shoigu jumps on and he begins to talk about Mariupol. You got to see this to believe it. Are you ready? Today.
В конце мая российскими войсками полностью очищен от нацистов крупный промышленный центр Мариуполь. Город был превращен киевским режимом в мощный укрепрайон, ядром которого стала промзона завода «Азовсталь». В результате успешных действий подразделений вооруженных сил России и Донецкой народной милиции более 4000 боевиков были уничтожены, 2500 националистов Азова и военнослужащих ВСУ сложили оружие и сдались в плен. Налаживается мирная жизнь. Сегодня полноценно функционируют порты в Бердянске и Мариуполе. Планируем развернуть в них пункты базирования судов, обеспечение аварийно-спасательной службы и подразделения судоремонта военно-морского.
So there you have it. That's insight up to this point, and we have not even gotten to Zelensky and the United States yet, and that's where we're coming to now. So we've kind of laid the groundwork out for you, because now we're going to focus on what unfolded in the United States today. We've got video, got everything for you. I think you'll enjoy the next few minutes talking about that. So just remember, Medvedev in China, making agreements, friendships. Danilov saying next 3 months are going to be tough. We're not giving up. We're going to win. And then the madness out of the Kremlin today. Orban saying, we're with you, Russia. And while that's happening, this is what happens in the U.S. Let's go right here. I'm going to start and lay out the whole day for you. I've got so many buttons here, right there. President Biden, he replied to Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky said, I'm on my way to the U.S. to strengthen resilience and defense capabilities of Ukraine in particular. At POTUS, and I will discuss cooperation between Ukraine and the United States. I will also have a speech at the Congress and a number of bilateral meetings. Biden responded, I hope you're having a good flight, Volodymyr. Notice, and I know he didn't write this, his people write this stuff. It's important. Volodymyr, I'm thrilled to have you here. Much to discuss. Playing the game. How did Zelensky's plan unfold today? And I can tell you, this stuff stayed right on time. Right on time. 2 o'clock, Biden welcomed Zelensky to the White House. 2:30, Biden held a bilateral meeting with Zelensky. 4:30, Biden and Zelensky joint press conference. 6:15, Zelensky went to Capitol Hill. 7:30, Zelensky gave an address to joint meeting of Congress. I know that many of you watched that, and we'll analyze it here in a moment. Now, with all of that said, what do we begin to learn? As Zelensky was coming, United States announced $1.85 billion in new aid to the Ukraine, plus $850 million under USAI, including first ever transfer to Ukraine of the Patriot missile defense system and joint direct attack munitions guidance kits. Now, this is a game changer, but it's not going to change overnight. But this is a game changer. We need more Patriots, but we have a start. And what we have more is a slap at the Kremlin. That's what we have, most importantly. What's coming? 6 armored utility trucks, harm missiles, precision aerial munitions, 2,700 over grenade launchers and small arms, claymores. Claymores are used for, like, you can put them out. They'll sense to protect you, like on a trench line or in a building or whatever. Demolition munitions, night vision devices and optics, tactical secure communication systems, body armor, 45,000 152 millimeter artillery rounds, 20,000 122 millimeter artillery rounds, 50,000 Grad rockets, 100,000 rounds of 125 millimeter tank ammunition, SATCOM terminals and services, funding for training, maintenance, and sustainment. Now, we're going to take it a step further now. Patriots are coming. Confirmed by the White House. When? This military package. How will they be trained? That's what I want you to pay attention to tonight. Training will happen via a third-party country, to be determined, but it will happen. Patriot systems are defense against ballistic and cruise missiles, maximum target interception range 80 kilometers, minimum 3 kilometers, maximum target interception height 24 kilometers, minimum target interception 0.06 kilometer, number of targets that can be fired simultaneously 8 in a 90-degree sector. Did some research on the Patriots today. JDO, thank you for giving me that advice. It's much appreciated. Now, why is the 3 months important? Because Danilov said the next 3 months of the war, which is going to be the brute bulk of winter, and you're going to be there with us on the ground every day, doing our best to tell you. We have our own Starlink. Everything's good. We'll be getting information out to you. But this is the part that'll be a challenge. It's going to take 3 months, up to 3 months, hopefully not that long, to train Ukrainian operators of Patriot systems. So they're coming. They will not be there tomorrow. They will not be there in 2 weeks, but they're coming, and they will begin the training for them now. A little bit more on a Patriot. Here you go. This is a Patriot, folks.
The primary surface-to-air missile system, or SAM, in use by the United States Army, is the MIM-104 Patriot. The phased array tracking radar to intercept the target component of the missile has given the name to the U.S. Army's primary high to medium air defense, or HIMAD system.
Let's go, keep going.
Having been tasked with the Army's anti-ballistic missile system as its primary mission, the Patriot uses high-performance radar and an advanced aerial interceptor missile to destroy enemy aircraft and weapons.
So I know there's been lots of talks of Patriots, and once again, I want to give a shout out to JDO. He recommended that I do some sharing on that. So that's what's coming. Now, I want to show some random clips so that you can see them on what happened and why I'm really proud of my country today. Really proud. I know many of you probably saw the speech that he made to Congress, just finishing up a little while ago. But there may be some other things that you did not see. So I want to start here and show you how Zelensky was welcomed into the White House by President Biden.
President Zelensky, the United States stands with the great people in Ukraine. We stand with you. You've been a great leader. And by the way, we have a famous thing that occurs once a year. We pick the Man of the Year in Time magazine. You are the Man of the Year in the United States of America. So welcome. We have a lot to talk about. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Great honor for me.
So that was a welcome. It was very polite, warm. You're the Man of the Year, Time Man of the Year. We're glad to have you here. Zelensky says, of course, and everything Zelensky did today was in English. His English is good. He's speaking. He said, thank you, thank you. Then, now, you may or may not know this, but you may or not know this. Zelensky then gave Biden an award. You see, it was just yesterday that Zelensky was in Bakhmut. Last night, we showed you that. He was giving out awards to soldiers. This is a powerful story right here, folks. Very powerful. The world needs to hear it. A commander of a HIMARS unit in the East. A commander of the HIMARS unit in the East. His name is Paul, was awarded a high award yesterday by President Zelensky because this unit had done a lot of amazing work, saving lives, all kind of stuff. When Pavel was given his award, he immediately turned around yesterday in Bakhmut and said, President Zelensky, would you take my award and give it to President Biden tomorrow? I also have a letter written. Would you deliver it? You may not know this stuff. This is cool. Zelensky said, yes, but why do you want to give your award away? I can give him something else. The man said, you don't understand. The HIMARS have saved my life and the lives of many people. And I'm thankful to the United States for equipping us with HIMARS. So what I can do as a Ukrainian soldier is give my award to America. Thank you. And then he wrote a letter asking America not to stop. Don't quit. Keep supplying us. Keep doing it. Very powerful moment. I've got it on video right here.
For military merit. That is one.
Oh, God love it.
Yes, that is from him, and I have the list. He wrote the list. Yes, I didn't read, Mr. President. I can't read. It's not it's in Ukrainian language, but here the translation. It's from him.
And his name is, I have his name, I could contact him?
Yes.
Pavlo.
Pavlo, tak.
Well, undeserved, but much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very powerful moment there. Biden, I appreciate your words right there. Undeserved, but appreciated. So, Pavel, wherever you are tonight in a cold trench, monitoring your HIMARS unit, you're welcome, sir, from America. Then we have a thank you. We're going in chronological order here. Give you a little bit of the thank you for the Patriots from President Zelensky.
Support about $2 billion US, and the strongest element of this package is the Patriots battery systems, something that will strengthen our air defense significantly. This is a very important step to create secure airspace for Ukraine, and that's the only way we would be able to deprive the terrorist country and their terror attack to strike our energy sector, our people, and our infrastructure. We had a very good negotiation and talks about our strategic steps, which we discussed with President Biden, and what we expect next year and for what we are preparing. This is very important for all Ukrainians, and I am hopeful. And once again, thank you, Mr. President, for $45 billion. Because this is a big assistance, and I hope that the Congress will approve this financial assistance for our country. This is almost $45 billion. Thank you very much for the support. Every dollar of this investment for the United States is going to be a strengthening of global security.
Just a fantastic thank you there. Coffee Coder, YouTube. I agree with you. Speech was amazing. Couldn't have gone better. Do you know if the U.S. will send jets? No, the U.S. is not sending jets. Jets would rotate through NATO, and that's not happening as of now. But Slovakia is going to be sending jets. That's going to happen. Now, once Zelensky finished with President Biden, he then went to to Congress. And listen, If anybody wonders where I'm politically, it's right here. I'm a Reaganite. But Nancy Pelosi, I'll be glad when you retire and go play with the grandkids. But I have to say thank you for your words today. And today, Nancy Pelosi told the truth. Today, Nancy Pelosi told the truth. This is a day that will live in infamy, not only about the war, but just with some statements that were made. And I'm thankful for what she said. She made a very true statement here. I'm going to play a little bit of this. I'll go ahead and tell you what it is. She said, today, honor will come to the Congress, referring to Volodymyr Zelensky. She said, and I don't know if my quote's exact, I'm going to play it for you. Today, honor is coming to the Congress. Zelensky. You know what? I couldn't agree more. Today, when he walked in, honor showed up.
To have an complete total hero in the Congress of the United States, fighting for democracy, leading people who are fighting for democracy, would bring honor to the Congress of the United States. I saw him there in Kyiv. It was overwhelming to see the courage of the people of Ukraine, their commitment to democracy, and in fighting Putin's assault on democracy, they are fighting for democracy for all of us.
What message would you share with us, with Zelensky, regarding the House Republican majority that might be less supportive of
I don't know if that's the case. I feel very strong about the bipartisan support. That may not mean unanimous, but it does mean strong. Yeah.
Tonight, a hero came to Congress. Couldn't agree with you more, Nancy Pelosi, tonight. And yes, honor showed up at Congress. Infamy. Well, give me a different word, Ricochet. I've got too many words in front of me. A day that will live in history. I love you guys keeping me straight. Keep me straight. Now, I mean, Pelosi told the truth today. It's unbelievable. So after that, Zelensky then comes out, and you guys watch the speech. I'm going to show you the beginning of it and the end and tell you about the flag. But you know what? This is just worth watching one more time. And I'm very proud of my country today. Very proud of my country. You see the American flag behind me there. You see the Ukrainian flag back over there. We stand with Ukraine 100%. I'll be over there in 2 weeks. We'll be there. But I'm really proud of my country today. This is a welcome. This is what happens when honor shows up at the U.S. Congress. And may it happen more and more going forward.
Members of Congress, члени Конгресу,
members of Congress, I
члени
have the
Конгресу,
high privilege
я
and the
маю високий
distinct
привілей
honor of presenting to you
і честь
His
представити
Excellency
вам
Volodymyr Zelensky,
його високу
President
честь
of the Ukraine.
пана Зеленського, президента України.
And yes, I played 2 minutes of that with no commentary because I haven't seen that much unity in my nation in years. Makes you feel good as an American tonight and as a citizen of other nations. You know, many in here are saying, thank you. Yeah, Medic, we've talked about it. He was... And Kaleba was wearing New Balance tennis shoes. That's why you got to love the guys. Now, what did Zelensky say? I know you watched it, but I'll give you some of the key points. And then I'm going to show you the flag he handed. Russian tyranny, quote, Russian tyranny has lost control over us. He also said, thank you for artillery, but we need more. Agreed. He then made a statement. He said, this war is intercontinental. DC to China, South America to Australia. He then began to speak about Bakhmut. He says, they're trying to get Bakhmut. But Bakhmut still stands. He then spoke about Iran. Very powerful statement here. He said Iranian drones shipped to Russia by the hundreds. Quote, one terrorist nation has found another, and we must stop them now. I'm going to repeat that one because this is the title of the program. The world's at war now. It may not be militarily everywhere, but the world's at war and it's dividing. In fact, I was looking at that. Right here. Let me do this. Let's go roughly. Russia, Belarus, wrapping around, come down. And that's good. You know the rest. Russia. Today, Medvedev was in China. Okay. Today, Zelensky called out Iran. Let's just do that. Now, we have, and I'll switch to blue now. We have Ukraine. We've got Poland. We don't even have Hungary, which is right here, but Germany, France, you know, the EU through here. Finland, Sweden. So let's just wrap it all up. Include Portugal and Spain. Just do it. And I'll put Turkey in here for now. We'll leave Turkey here. And we'll add Canada, US. And there's other nations. Australia down here under me. I know we have a lot of Australian viewers. So make sure Australia gets some love there. There's Australia. And this is what we have. This is what we have. We can even talk about, to be quite honest, if you want to know the truth, there's the truth, because China and Russia own Africa. You may or may not believe it, but they own it. So if we do not have a divided world right now, I don't know what it is. And then the wild card on top of it is the Islamic nations are beginning to divide, and some are going to the blue and some are going to the red. We're literally splitting our world down the middle, and we must pay attention to it. Zelensky told us clearly, Iran and Russia, and we must stop them now. He then made a couple other statements. He said, your money is not charity, but an investment in global peace. And he closed out by saying, We will, as Ukrainians, celebrate Christmas even if there is no light. We will stand and not give up. And the wish Ukrainians will make will all be the same: victory. As he closed out in Congress there, if you watched it, he turned around and he gave Pelosi and Harris a Ukrainian flag. What is special about that Ukrainian flag? That flag was signed by soldiers in Bakhmut just yesterday. And President Zelensky brought it all the way to America to give it to the U.S. Congress. Powerful little moment here as he gives the flag from Bakhmut away.
Прапор є символом нашої перемоги в цій війні. Ми стоїмо, ми переможемо, тому що ми об'єднані. Україна, Америка, весь вільний
and our
світ.
friendship and relationship between Ukraine and America, basically what she was saying. So there you have it, folks. That's the full update. And they will go to the History Museum, not the Congress. Yes, but he brought it to present to the Congress. And yeah, it'll get rotated over. Powerful, powerful dude. Yeah, chill dude. You know what? You're right. We talked about it earlier, and we'll need to pay attention to it. This was a history-making day around the world. Russia and China, Ukraine and U.S., the call out of Iran, Hungary making their bold statement, the madness that happened in the Kremlin. Tim Ryder, you're right. The combined GDPs of nations helping UA is 50 trillion. Russia's is 1.9. Russia can be stopped if the will is there. That's absolutely correct. What we have to watch for is the wild card of China and their GDP. You can add to Russia's. Iran's, you can add that to Russia. And a nation we talk about randomly, unfortunately, an ally of America, kind of, is India. But India supports Russia's economy big time. And that's 1 billion people. So there you have it. That is the update. What a great day. What a great, great day. Zhenya will be back tomorrow night. Want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting Ukraine. And you're right. I would agree with that 100%. This is the start of the fall of Russia. Putin better watch his back. And, folks, over the next 90 days, we're going to be here. We may take a day off for the first time and tell you to do the same on Christmas Eve and Christmas, unless something crazy happens. We'll be here, of course. Jane and I are talking about that now. But then we crank it right back up, and we're going to be here, and we're going to be coming to you nightly from Ukraine. And over this time that's supposed to be difficult and hard, which is the next 1 to 3 months. So continue to pray for Ukraine, stand for Ukraine. Thank you for continuing to give support. Hit the Amazon list. Stuff continues to come in, and I am very, very thankful. Yes, Medic Trevor, you're a prophet. There has to be a reprisal. He has no choice. There will be a reprisal. There will be a missile strike. There will be something that happens over the next few days. You can put that in the bank, and we'll close with this. JDO, remember those that are suffering tonight in Ukraine. That's right. All right, my friends, you guys be blessed, and we will see you in 23 hours. Great update tonight. Peace to you. And as Jane and I would say, a good night to all, and to all a good night.